From ninja headbands to gold chains, masks, and so on, it's safe to conclude that the NBA is probably the most fashionable sport in the whole world. And this is why NBA players have often been seen wearing all sorts of fancy accessories to the court. However, many of these accessories have been banned over the years, like the famous Air Jordan. Here are some accessories the NBA has banned over the years. But before we get into all that, do you want to win a PS5 with NBA 2K21 and Madden NFL 21? Leave a like, comment, subscribe, and turn on notifications to enter the giveaway. To start off, we'll be going back all the way to the 1980s. And during this time, the NBA did not have so many rules and regulations because the board had not faced so many problems yet. So players pretty much showed off by wearing all sorts of things. One accessory that became really popular with so many players during this time were gold chains. Legends such as Dr. J. Wilt, and even more popularly by Daryl Dawkins, aka Chocolate Thunder. Can you see how cool he looks with those gold chains on? Even Michael Jordan was known for rocking a thick gold rope chain in his first NBA seasons. Not too long after, the NBA banned chains from being worn because they were viewed as a safety hazard for players. And that was the end of the gold drip on court. There are a few shoes in NBA history that are as popular as the iconic black and red Air Jordan 1. The shoe is probably the most famous shoe of the Air Jordan line. The sneaker, also known as the Banned Jordan 1, or the Bread Jordan 1, became such a pop culture icon that ESPN created a documentary series about some of Jordan's most memorable and confounding sneaker moments. But what made this sneaker so popular, and why was it banned in the NBA? There's even a popular story that Michael Jordan was fined $5,000 by the NBA every time that he wore the shoes. The NBA reportedly banned the shoes because the red and black colors of the sneakers broke the league's uniform rules. The rulebook stated that each player must wear shoes that not only match their uniforms, but match the shoes worn by their teammates. Nike took advantage of the controversy like any multi-billion-dollar company would by reportedly paying the fines for Jordan and encouraging Jordan to keep wearing the sneakers on the court. It didn't stop there, as the league even wrote a popular letter to Nike explaining why the black and red shoes were banned.
Was this the shoe? Now, of course, we can't show what kind of shoe this is.
That's okay, the color stands for it.
But is this the shoe that the NBA wouldn't let you wear?
Yeah.
Now, why wouldn't they let you wear it? Just because it's ugly, I guess, for starters.
Hey, I agree with you. They are ugly.
Now, wait a minute. Didn't you help design these?
It's the shoe, not the color.
Oh, not the color.
Have anything to do with
okay,
the color.
but what's wrong with the coloring? What rule do we violate here?
Well, it doesn't have any white in it.
Uh-huh. Well, neither does the NBA.
Nike and Michael Jordan would use the shoe's controversy to develop an entire marketing campaign around the league's rules by releasing a series of commercials that censored the iconic red and black sneakers.
On September 15th, Nike created a revolutionary new basketball shoe. On October 18th, the NBA threw them out of the game. Fortunately, the NBA can't stop you from wearing them. Air Jordans from Nike.
Talk about lots of money there, huh? When Jordan was discussing about the league banning the shoes and the marketing success of the shoes, Jordan said, "It's like a young kid when your parents say you can't do something. You want to do it more." Although the rules have become more lenient and players can now be seen wearing all types of shoes, till this very day, Air Jordan 1 is still banned from being worn in the NBA.
Dude, what is wrong with you, man? How'd you get away with that?
Yeah,
oh my gosh, how did you do that? Yeah.
A lot of accessories were banned in the 2000s, and one of them is the do-rags, which was banned almost immediately. In 2000, Sam Perkins wore a do-rag during a preseason game with the Pacers. The league immediately identified it as a potential safety hazard and banned it from being worn. It has been leaked since then that the league didn't ban do-rags because it was a safety hazard, but because it violated the dress code. This was due to their belief that do-rags represented hip-hop culture, and they did not want the NBA to represent that. In 2009, Dwayne Wade suffered a cut beneath his left eye from a blow to the face from Bobcats forward Juwan Howard that required a stitch. The staff of the Miami Heat wanted Wade to cover up the stitch in games. As a result, Wade returned to the court with a custom-made Band-Aids with his name on it to cover up his injury, but one that still matched the color of his uniform. It became a fashion statement for Wade, who loved the look so much that he continued to wear the customized Band-Aids even after his injury had healed. The NBA, on the other hand, did not like this look and banned it from being worn to this very day. In their official statement, the NBA said that Band-Aids can be used for healing, but not for fashion. A player can wear a Band-Aid for healthcare purposes, but it shouldn't have any name or identification on it. More than 60 years after banning the Air Jordan 1, the APL, also known as the Athletic Propulsion Shoe, became the second shoe that was banned by the NBA. I'm sure many of you have heard about this shoe. But if you haven't, the APL is a techie and yet still really cool looking sneaker that has the ability to take players' abilities to new heights. Literally.
I can feel it's easier to jump. I can actually kind of feel the rebound as well. Not 4 inches, 2 to 4 inches, but I did get higher. I got my wrist above it a few times. I've never done that before.
You know what's really cool about these sneakers? Inside is a compression spring underneath the ball of the foot that can help improve the vertical leap of players by 3.5 inches. That's insane. Now this is one of those things that you can't understand why the NBA banned it. There are so many already insane explosive players in the NBA. Now imagine adding 4 inches to their vertical jump. Sounds crazy, right? Unless everyone in the league is allowed to wear the shoe, then it will be an unfair advantage to other players. Dwayne Wade has had a history of migraines and is very sensitive to light, and so during a game against the Knicks in 2011, he and the team decided that he would wear light-tinted glasses before the game. However, after a review at the league headquarters, the board rejected the shades goggle. The officials believed there was too much tinting and it would give Wade a competitive advantage because opponents would not be able to see his eyes. They believed the goggles would give Wade a competitive edge over other players in the league, even though it's not exactly a great strategy to look at your opponent's eyes when guarding them. But it might put some people to a disadvantage when putting on glasses. After the ruling, Wade was not available for comments, but his teammate at the time, LeBron James, was surprised, saying, "I never knew that. I guess it's like driving. When you have too much tint in your car, you get pulled over." Dozens of players have worn face masks in the NBA over the years. For example, Rip Hamilton broke his nose in 2003 and wore a face mask for the rest of his career, becoming his signature trademark.
Hey, what's up? It's Richard Hamilton, and this is my mask.
We've seen clear masks over and over again, but the black face mask is one we've seen so rarely. Kobe Bryant and Kyrie Irving are just a few examples of NBA superstars who have worn the black mask. Before then, there hadn't been any issue with the black mask until LeBron wore it to a match in 2014 to protect his broken nose while playing against the Knicks. After the match, the league then asked LeBron to wear a more traditional clear mask and banned the black mask for good. LeBron James explained it all later in an interview with Michael Wallace. "I don't know if I expected it, but I'm not surprised. It's not a league rule, but it's the league's request that you don't wear the black one. For the reasons they told me, it didn't make any sense to me. But hey, I'm just a player in this league and I'll abide by this request." I'm not even going to say rule, but request, by the NBA. No explanation about why the league decided to ban the black mask has been given, but the natural reason in LeBron James' case is because his carbon fiber mask was made by a local Miami manufacturer, and because the NBA doesn't financially benefit, the mask and its accompanying memes had to go. That is the only logical reason we can come up with. I mean, free advertising is something the billion-dollar league typically doesn't like to do. This is a more recent accessory to be banned by the NBA. The ban happened in 2017 when Kelly Oubre wore Supreme-branded sleeves to a game. Even before Supreme became a billion-dollar company, the brand's influence had expanded beyond its humble small roots to almost every corner of pop culture. And it didn't take long before its iconic red and white logo made it onto the NBA court in the form of Kelly Oubre. Oubre wore the branded sleeves on his leg in the first half of the game against the Nets before he was asked to take the sleeves off at halftime. Kelly didn't ask questions and did as he was told. It wasn't the first time that Supreme products had been worn by players on court. Back in 2013, Nick Young wore the Versace-inspired Nike Supreme Foamposite during a game. Oubre's sleeve, on the other hand, was produced in collaboration with Nike and the NBA. The sleeve's most recognizable feature was clearly Supreme's logo, which was on full display when Oubre decided to wear it on his leg during Washington Wizards games against the Nets. Even though Oubre obliged when he was asked to remove the sleeves at halftime by his team for fear that it might violate NBA's uniform policy, he still didn't understand exactly what rule the sleeve was violating. And he wondered why the product existed at all with an NBA logo if NBA players weren't allowed to wear it. I would be surprised as hell too if I was Oubre. Oubre said in a post-game interview, "It has an NBA logo on it. It has a Nike logo on it. Nike sponsors the NBA. It's just Supreme. I don't know if it's too wavy for them, but I was just having fun. They shouldn't have sold it to me or dropped it if I can't wear it. And it has the NBA logo on it because I play in the NBA, right? I should be able to wear anything that has the logo of what I represent." The NBA decision to ban it is probably because Oubre's accessory decision represents a different type of promotion. It's branding on its own terms. This is maybe the most recent accessory banned by the NBA, and it took effect before the start of the 2019-2020 season. The Ninja-style headband was made popular in 2018-2019 by players such as Jimmy Butler, De'Aaron Fox, and Mike Scott, who were told they will no longer be able to wear the headgear on the court again due to safety concerns. We believe that the NBA wants you to know that size and length matters after all. Well, at least for headbands anyway. Sorry if you thought we were talking about something else. The league released a statement in 2019 stating that headbands had been banned for the upcoming 2019-2020 season because of concerns as regards to the safety and consistency of size and length. The statement read, "The Ninja-style headwear is not part of the NBA uniform and hasn't been through the league approval process. Teams have raised concerns regarding safety and consistency in length, size, and how they are tied, which requires a thorough review before consideration of any rule change. When some players began wearing them last season, we didn't want to cause a disruption by intervening mid-season, but we notified our teams in May that they would not be part of this season's uniforms."
That's the dumbest lie.
I can't go.
I don't think it's a lie. You just might not agree with it.
That is a lie. If you played for an entire year and all the superstars were wearing them and nothing happened for a year, and then they banned them saying that we're afraid something might happen, rage.
What's interesting about this is that individual teams brought this to the attention of the league. But the question is it really a safety issue? Scott revealed that he was told the headbands were unprofessional. If the headbands were deemed unprofessional, why did the league not ban it in the previous season? Many people believe the reason for banning the Ninja headband was not because of any safety reasons, as it's unlikely that the headband will hurt anyone. The logical conclusion, just like with the do-rags, is that the NBA just didn't like the look of it. But no one really knows for sure. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notifications bell so you never miss another one of our videos. We'll see you soon, latest Hoops fans. Until then, keep shooting your shot.